Still trying to throw the ball. On first and goal, second and goal. Panicking at third. Fourth, I'm wishing for a muff.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle. We back again. The regular season is officially over. We locked and loaded for the playoffs. How you doing today, D-Lane?
Feeling great, man. Hey, long day, but I'm ready to get to these playoffs, man. Got some great matchups. Hey, and what I love the most about playoff football, we get games on Saturdays.
Hey, I'm not leaving the house. Do not call me. No, none of that. Where you gonna be at watching the games this weekend, D-Lane?
Shoot, probably connected to my phone, recruiting.
On the road. What's
Yeah.
you got an announcement for the pod? What's going on?
Oh yeah, man. I'm joining Laney. Our local home right here. They've been on the podcast a bunch of times. A bunch of Laney guys, but yeah, I'm joining the Laney Eagles staff over there, coaching the DBs, man, and looking for some ball hawks, looking for some dogs, man, guys that can go get the football, and some game changers. So yeah, it's an exciting deal.
Oh yeah, that's exciting. Cozy Lane, full effect on the field.
yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to see the coach swag. I'm not gonna lie. What coach swag looking
This
like?
guy. Yeah, I gotta get right. I gotta come right. I learned from the best, so I'm gonna come with some light drip.
Hey, you gonna be one of the coaches that keep the cleats on you?
No, I'm one of them that hung it up. Like I'm content. I'm good. But I have busted my ass before in like 7-on-7 practice, trying to show a kid how to do something and didn't have my cleats. So I might have to keep them on me at all time. I gotta give me some Oakleys. That's what I need to get.
Oh yeah. Oh, official. And,
Yeah.
and and the crazy part, the coaches that be having their cleats, they show you how to do it. I did 6 years in the, you know, and the
Yeah.
coaches that just sit back and coach, you're gonna be that coach that talk the most shit. I already know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be tweaking all shit.
And you're gonna be showing your highlights and all. That's how you do it.
Nah, that's
But
crazy.
let's dive into it, man. So
Yeah, let's talk about these games. Let's talk about these exciting bets we got. This big bet
yeah.
we got.
So every week of the playoffs, all the way up to Super Bowl week, me and D Lane are going to be placing crazy bets. No money, just social media, different stuff like that. And so for this first week, playoff bets, whoever has the best overall record wins the bet, and the loser has to post the opposite team, their logo, and say they're a fan of it. So for D Lane, he's posting, he's a Cowboy fan, and I gotta post, I'm a Niner fan if I lose the bet. So good thing I'm not finna lose. So
Yeah. So you got pen and paper before we dive into our game, how each game will play out. Let's just say who we got in the score. You got pen and paper to write this down, Zay, and I'll say it to you.
yeah, here we go.
All right.
Here,
Colts, Bills, who you got?
Colts, Bills. You know who I'm rocking with? Josh Allen, man.
Okay. I'm rocking with the same team, so we're gonna have to have a score here because I'm going with the Bills. The Bills is one of my dark horse teams this year, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
Let's just do
24-17.
points. So you want to do points like by 4, by 3, or you want to do exact scores?
Whichever one you want to do. Which one you want to do, bro?
Let's just do points. Let's just do
Okay.
points. It's too hard to hit on the exact.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go Buffalo +6.
Okay, you're going Buffalo +6. Okay, I'm I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Buffalo +10. I think it's gonna be a 2-score win, even in the playoffs.
Okay.
So there we go. That's game one. I got that in the bag, man. It's a blowout, man. Hey, you're not giving the coach much respect though. You said definitely gonna be at least a touchdown league
No,
game.
I was saying so when I was going with score, I was gonna say like a 24-17 type ball game. I see this being a good game. Coach got good defense.
Okay. No, definitely. I just think Philip gonna give it up, but
No, for sure. Hey, that's why. Yeah, we always feel like Philip gonna give the other team opposition
yeah.
action.
No, definitely. Next game, we got the NFC wildcard game. Rams, Seahawks. Who you got?
Whew. This one is tough for me. You know how I like the Rams. I'm going to go with Seattle. I'm gonna go with Seattle. I'm gonna go with Seattle. Gotta go with Seattle. Shit, I'm tripping. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I got Seattle coming out the NFC. I'm
Hey,
gonna go with Seattle.
you know my philosophy be, I take the coach and I take the quarterback, and to me it's a win on the Seattle. No shot at Sean McVay, but Pete Carroll been doing it a long time, multiple programs. So I
Hey,
got
I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna go Seattle 3 or less. I'm gonna say 3 or less. I'm gonna say it's a tight ball game. Third get matchup of the season. Those are always tough games.
okay, 3 or less. Yeah, man, these games are always close. Um, this is tough, man. 3 or less. That's a nice number. Just to be different, I'm gonna say by one, man. A game winning field goal by one. I think it's gonna be that close. One of those they 28, 28-30, and that Seahawks kicked the game winning field goal. That's what I got. 31-30 by one, man. It's gonna be close. Hey, but I should have just picked four because they could win by. They could be a blowout. You still win that bet. It is what it is. Let's go. One 1 point game. All right, next game. I'm pretty sure we got Tampa at Washington. We both taking Tampa.
Just so we can be different here, I'm gonna go on a limb. I'll take Washington, and I can make I'll make my case for it after we done with our picks. I'm gonna go Washington
Okay,
because I don't have time in them going far anyway. Even if they do win, I don't got them being Green Bay. So I'll go with the Washington football team to make it interesting, and I'll try to make a case and argument for it later.
No, I want to hear right now. Let's hear it.
They like no one here right now.
Yeah, this is just.
I just want to say
They 6
no,
and
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to, I'm trying to spice it up, shake it up a little bit. I honestly feel like Tom and them should pull it out, but I'm going with a crazy pick out on the limb right here. I'm gonna go with a crazy pick. I'm gonna go with Washington, man. I think that front four, the top five, if not the best, and I think they can get Tom off that spot, man. We know how pedestrian Tom can look when Tom is not able to be in a rhythm and be on his spot. I think the top five in pass rushing. So they can definitely get home. If they can just get home and make Tom get off his spot, I think that it could be a long day for Tampa. And me and you both said all year, on the offensive side of the ball, it just looks tough sometimes for Tampa, like for things to get going or to get rolling. And I feel like when you're a slow starter or it just takes a while for your team to get going, you don't want to do that versus a front four like this. You don't want to get behind versus a front four like this. My only questions and concerns is Alex Smith and his leg, and if he can hold up. But a bright spot that the Washington football team should want to look at is probably just thinking about or having the motto this whole week of having a hot start, because the Buccaneers that have given up a lot of points this year, a lot of points early. They had to have Tom had to come back a lot this year. So I definitely think Washington should be focusing on jumping out early, trying to get an early touchdown, and not turning the ball over. Just can't turn the ball over and give Tom extra possessions. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Washington football team, man.
I like where the argument was going with their front four, front five. They got some dogs on the D line, and I think they can make it hard for Tampa. I can see Tampa, winning 17-3, that type of game. I think they can make it hard on Tampa. But in no way on this God's green earth is Alex Smith with a strained calf who is questionable, or what's his name, Hinkie, is gonna be Tom and Bruce Arians. It's just not gonna happen. Similar, great season, not great, 6-10. You got the playoffs, build off some, yay. It just can't happen, D-Lane. And I'm gonna double down on my bet. And what's your favorite alcohol, D-Lane?
Look at that. You want to for this game? What you want to do just for this game? I told you I was just going out on a limb to be different for the show, man.
No,
I
no, no,
really
no.
don't.
No, there's nothing for you on this bet. What's your favorite alcohol?
Oh, I'm a tequila guy. I like tequila.
All right, I go just some Casa for you, man.
Yeah,
If
some
Washington,
Casa
if Washington
Couture.
lose a game, fifth of Casa on me. If Washington win this game,
Oh, I bet that,
It's-
man. Bet
bet
that.
that is in the books. Handshake through the mic, man. Because there's no way. Come on now, Alex Smith should go to Hall of Fame alone if he wins this.
Hey, man, you just heard. I try to make my best case for him.
Hey, I like it. The best case you got is front four, and you know Alex Smith, becomes a guy. I don't know. Next game. Next game. We got the Ravens at Tennessee. This is a good game, man. Who you
This
rocking
is
with?
a
Who's the
good
hard team?
game. Oh my god! I didn't even make a pick the other day. The other day when I did my little bracket, and I'm still not sold yet. As bad as I want to go with Derrick Henry and the Titans, I'm drinking the Lamar. I'm drinking the Lamar juice again, man. I'm drinking the Kool Aid again, man. I've been rocking with Lamar just about in all his big games this year, except against Pat. And some of them I've been wrong, some of them I've been right. He showed up in some big games this year, disappeared in others. But I'm gonna go with Lamar. One of the main reasons why is because they're on the road so far, and even this season, and in Lamar's short playoff career. They've been terrible at home. This game's on the road, and the hit. You know what I say a lot, Zay. You know who I like to repeat a lot in this instance, as far as Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. When do we like to play our best brand of football, Zay?
December, January.
Come on, man. Hey, and Baltimore is rolling right now. I think the run offense almost looks better than last year, just because I think at this point right now than last year, because I think Dobbins just has a little more juice than Ingram ever had. I like Ingram, but I think Dobbins is just a better overall back. And then they got the Edwards guy, and then they got Lamar's legs threat as well. So I definitely like the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. It's tough, man. I don't have a score. This one is tough, man. Because I don't think
You
they
don't
can
need a
stop
score.
Derrick Henry either. Yeah, I don't think they can stop Derrick Henry either. But I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I'm gonna go with Lamar. I'm gonna say Lamar finally gets it done in the playoffs.
Yeah, not this year, buddy. I got Titans winning this game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think Titans.
Defense is terrible.
Hey, that is fine because I like to take the alphas. I think there's more alphas on the offensive side of the ball on the Titans with AJ Brown, Corey Davis, Derrick Henry, and Tannehill. Man, Tannehill be having a little juice when it's come playoff time. Man, he did it last year. The reason he got paid the big contract. So I'm rocking with Tannehill and Mike Vrabel and his boys at the crib. Mike Vrabel is not losing at the crib. I
All right.
think it
Okay.
will be a good game. I think it is going to be a good game. I think Titans pull away in the fourth.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. It's a 10 a.m. kickoff, so I will be up.
All I
And
know is this is gonna be a gritty game. Both defenses better buckle up their chin straps, man, because it's gonna be at least 60 rushes, probably more than that. That's just at the bare minimum. It's probably gonna be between the two teams.
yeah, this will be a game one at the line of scrimmage. That
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir. This is a
I think
game
I'm
in the
gonna take that
trenches.
bill. Yeah, Mr. 2,000 yards. I'm gonna take Mr. 2K. That's what I'm gonna take. All right, let's get on to the next game. Excited. This game could be sneaky good, man. Sneaky good. We got Chicago Bears at the Saints. Who you got?
Yeah. Okay. So
Ah,
a lot of my people in the boot right now, a lot of my people down there in Louisiana, they're getting on me because I'm jumping off ship. You know, preseason I think I
what?
had the Chiefs. You remember? I think I already told you this. You remember preseason I had the Chiefs versus the Saints, and then I thought I told you or I sent it to you the other day. I got the Chiefs versus the
I
Packers.
feel like we
Or
always
no, I got
argue.
the Chiefs. I told you I got the Chiefs versus the Seahawks now.
Mhm. But you got the Saints losing in round one.
No,
At
no,
the
no, 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 no. So yeah, that was just getting me started. I'm sorry. No, I was just getting started. No, so I'm just saying my people was getting on me because I don't got the Saints going all the way. But I definitely got them winning this game. But I share the same mind frame as you. I definitely believe this is a sneaky game. As far as the Bears played them tough in the regular season, should have won. Um, and they got a top flight defense in Chicago. Drew's still looking a little shaky. He's at home, so that's a plus. But yeah, man, it definitely could be a trap game, a scary game here for New Orleans if they don't show up and handle business. But I got New Orleans winning this game.
I like it. I like it. And I mean, I know you took Washington. But I'm rocking with the Bears here, man. I think Khalil Mack and them boys get it done in the Superdome. Matt Nagy and
Oh,
they
oh,
they scored.
oh! Why you was just trying to get on me?
Yeah, this my pick, and I say this. I think this game is won at the line of scrimmage. You have to remember, the Saints just lost their left tackle, so I want to see how them boys are going to stop Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack's hungry to get in the playoffs, and I believe, like you said, the Bears played them tough the first time. I believe Drew Brees isn't 100%. And I think the Bears just have been hot in the season. What did we talk about earlier? Best football December, January. That's what the Bears have done this season. We're talking earlier in the year, how big of a shit show it was, and now the page has flipped. So I'm rocking with the Bears. This is my upset pick, and I feel good about it. I feel real good.
Let me see. Yeah, they won. They won four. They won 3 out of their last 4.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna
now,
go. Yeah, I got New Orleans like a 31-17 in this ball game. 31-17.
okay, I think Matt Nagy is his first playoff win, man. So
You,
here we
you,
go.
you smoking rocks if you think Drew finna go out like that to
I
Trubisky.
will give it. He pulled a Ray Lewis right before the playoffs. I'm retiring. I love it. I love it. Get the team hype. Get the team hype, man. I respect your career, what you've done for New Orleans. So that's big, man. I think Drew's a legend and needs a statue in front of the Mercedes Dome. But
Definitely.
let's go on to the next big game. Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to just go first on this. I got Steelers. They're not losing to the Browns at home. It just doesn't happen. It will never happen. As long as the Steelers are playing that game at home, I just can't see it happening. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland. I'm gonna go. I'm
Oh,
gonna put. I'm gonna
Baker
put.
wins at
I'm gonna
Heinz
put.
Field?
I'm gonna put some faith in Baker, and this I'm telling you right now, Zay. I'm going.
Ah,
Zay, hold on, Zay. On Baker, this is about Baker. Zay, I'm telling you right damn now. Baker loses this football game, and he looks bad in doing so. I'm done. I'm selling all my damn Baker stock because he already lost me a big game earlier this year versus Marmar, and then lost me a lot of money. So I'm telling you right now, Baker, putting my trust in you. I have not liked the flan, foo Steelers all year. I just haven't liked them. I need you guys to show up. I need you guys to pound that rock down their throat. The Cleveland Browns have an identity. The Steelers don't. Big Ben's getting older. Doesn't look good when he's pushing that ball down the field. I got the Cleveland Browns, man. I got Baker. I got them pulling the upset, but I'm definitely scared because Stefanski is out. I will say that Stefanski is out, or it's looking that way. But I'm gonna just stick with it because I haven't liked the Steelers all year. But I'm gonna rock with Baker. I'm putting my trust in Baker. And Baker, we trust, man.
yeah, it's a TJ Watt right now. He's sitting at home. He can't. Oh man, this man can't wait. Sunday night football playoffs, and the Browns first time making the playoffs since 2002, and they gonna come in a crib. Nah, no sir. And I feel bad. I'll say this. I feel bad for Browns fans. I mean, because they got to play the Steelers. I mean, it'd be a great game for them to win. But the worst part is, I don't know if you saw today. They got a little COVID outbreak today. Head coach got it. They on Zoom. Steelers, they practicing. It's regular day for them. So it's gonna be an even tougher game with the COVID. So, but
Yeah,
I
man.
say this to
My
say,
trust in Baker.
I say it's to say, I just can't see Baker getting doing anything this game. I think this is going, man. I have nothing against the man. I just can't see him, pulling together against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoff game. I can't see it, and he could prove me wrong. Like you said, you rocked with him, but
Like I said, man, I'm selling all my stock on him if he doesn't get it done or if he looks bad in a loss. But like I said, man, they
what
got an
else?
identity. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't, especially on offense. They can't run the football. Playoff football recipe, or at least a recipe for success, is running the football and being able to stop the run and playing some good defense. Steelers only got one part of that.
No, you're correct. And I'll say this, I think yeah, they still got I mean, Garrett's gotta have his day too. So it works both sides. So those are picks. They locked in. And D Lane, he don't have to post. He a Cowboy fan next week. So
Nah,
uh yeah. Hey, Monday morning. First thing, before you brush your teeth.
look at that.
Let's get on to the next topic. We got coach's hot seat going into 2021. Um, Who we looking at? D-Lane, who you got? All right, you want me to start?
Ooh, I'm taking. Let me take a look around the league. Go ahead if you got some guys off the top of your head. I'm looking.
All right, no, I'm ready to go. So, ironically enough, I think Mike Zimmer's on the hot seat next year, just because they've been successful in the playoffs. I think they're just looking for that next move, that next coach that get more of the hump. I think Mike Zimmer's a hell of a coach, but it's just a fresh mind in there. The
I
second
don't
team,
see that one, Zay. I actually don't agree with that one. He's been in the playoffs the last few years. Was in an NFC Championship a few years ago. Has had a top 5, top 10 defense the last 3 out of the 4 past years. He I think they're being handicapped by Kirk Cousins at the end of the day. I feel like Kirk just ain't that guy, and I think that's why they're being handicapped. But yeah, that's
I
my
know
thoughts
there's
on
rumors
the
at the beginning of the year because it was off to such a bad start. Remember, they were about 1-6 to start the year.
Vikings.
They won 4 of the last 7. That's I'm just going off the rumors of last year. So I got Mike Zimmer in the hot seat. He has to make the playoffs next year.
Okay.
The next coach I have is John Gruden. I
Now
saw
that's who need to make the damn playoffs.
Yeah, so I saw Mark Davis pretty much. There was some rumors saying Mark Davis pretty much was like 4-year plan. It was Gruen laid out something like that. So after 4, it was not. He got to go. And there's something in his contract where after 4 years, Mark Davis will have to pay the rest out. So I got Raiders. The next team I have is Denver. Vic Fangio, I think, is a hell of a DC. Not the best coach. And I think that'll be his last year with Denver next year. I'm surprised they bring him back now. But I think he's well respected in the organization. So the next coach I have is Cliff. The Cardinals. He's never won in college, and he has not won in the NFL. They were I think the NFC version of the Raiders, just complete collapse the second half. Only difference was their defense wasn't playing that bad. The offense just lost a kind of their identity towards the end of the year,
It
and that's
seems like they just run a bunch of stuff and don't really have like something
no flow.
they can lean their hat on.
Yeah, no flow, no flow. Could you imagine, if I was the Cardinals, I'd fire Cliff now because this is a great head coaching free agency right now, off season period.
Oh, could
So
you imagine Eric over there with D Hop and Kyler, the enemy?
yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, but it's not gonna happen because they got Cliff. But I think it's the last year for Cliff. I really don't see him getting any better. Um,
I can agree with you on that one. I agree on that one. I'll go there.
I also have Mike McCarthy as well. I think obviously he doesn't make the playoffs next year. He's gone.
Yeah,
Jerry's old.
you don't even want to bring him back in the first place. I said bring him back one more year. So I agree with that too because I said he deserves at least one more year.
Because their team wasn't a rebuild, that's the difference. So his timeline's shorter. You know what I mean? When you go into like whoever takes the Chargers job, your timeline is shorter. You know what I mean? Whoever takes the Texans job, your timeline is shorter. Now, whoever takes the Jets Jacksonville, you have a little time to work, right? So I think those are jobs where your timeline is just short. Um, I think another I feel like maybe situation that could be on the hot seat and tell me wrong. I think Doug Pearson must playoffs are a must from next year.
Man, while we on Peterson, how how do you feel about what happened Sunday? I'll tell you how I feel. Because a lot of people call it for Dougie job. A lot of people don't want to bring my guy back now because of what happened, thinking he tainted the game of football. They were just saying a bunch of stuff. I want to hear what you got. What was your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna be so. This is we're recording this on Tuesday. My initial thoughts, I don't was why wouldn't you let your quarterback play in a prime position, pretty much a playoff game, because the team is playing like this as a playoff game, and see what he has in those moments? That makes no sense. Then after I relaxed and I sat down, something I realized two things I think happened. One, I don't think the Eagles view Jalen Hurts as their quarterback of the future, or they would have left him in. I firmly believe that. Two, they're either going to get a new quarterback next year, or their Carson Wentz coming back. So that's my reaction now that it happened, and I don't see a problem with the Doug Peterson. Because if he doesn't look at Jalen Hurts as the future, or the organization doesn't, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You're not playing for anything. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm still kind of up in the air on it. I know one thing is for certainly for me, I'm not getting rid of Dougie P. I love Dougie P. Damn what everybody else is talking about. So
No
I don't want
playoff.
to. Yeah, only cost the one on ring for us, man. I don't want to see Doug go anywhere. First, so that's first thing. Secondly, as far as with Carson and Jalen, or at least as far as with just Jalen, I think he should have kept Jalen in. Of course, if we wanted to try to win. But I think this was predetermined before the game. To be honest, I didn't watch the game, so this is the first game of the Eagles I didn't watch all year, just because I didn't want to watch it because I needed them to actually lose because I had money on Cowboys not going to the playoffs and I didn't want to jinx my team. So once I knew the Cowboys lost, I was actually upset that he took Jalen Hurts out because we played later that night, so we already knew Washington or Giants was going to the playoffs. I was actually upset because it's the fact that we benched Carson after everything we've been through this year. We're playing Jalen, but we're supposed to be playing Jalen to evaluate him. Yeah, I guess we're losing to get the higher draft pick, but shit was only higher by 3, 4. I guess that's a big difference. But at the end of the day, it's whatever because your draft picks ain't the same as a player that's already solidify. You feel me? You're still gambling on draft picks at the end of the day. So I guess we lost because we were trying to get the higher draft pick. But my only part I was scratching my head on was just the fact that Doug took him out when we're supposed to be trying to evaluate to see if this guy is our guy for our future. And that was a good position, like a good way to evaluate him, a good position. Him being in a tight playoff, a tight game, playoff like atmosphere for the team across from him that needs this win. And you're in prime position to get the win against them and send them home. I just didn't understand that part in taking them out because we need that film, and it's not like he came in for Carson in week 8, week 10, and we got 6, 7, 8 games of film on him. This was literally his fourth game or fourth game. So that's the only part I didn't understand with Dougie. And only logical explanation I can come up with is maybe like you said, he's just not sold on him neither. Maybe we might be looking at a quarterback with the number 6. We got the number 6 pick. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole situation.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page, and I think you understand. Doug Peterson and the organization met on that last Monday before the game, so they discussed his future, they discussed the plan moving forward, and so I think he made a great point that I think that was predetermined. So I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem with it now. Big picture. Initially, just watching it, I was like, "What?" Then afterwards, it's a Sunday night game. You're in the moment, so you're thinking this is a big game. Like, hold on, if this was a regular 10 a.m. game, we wouldn't have thought nothing of it. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. All America was watching is because it was Sunday night, last Sunday
I,
night game.
I was cracking up at Joe Judge, the coach for the Giants, because I was just like, damn man, how entitled you gotta feel or gotta be or gotta
That was
feel to be
embarrassing.
6-10 and feel like you deserve the playoff spot.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I did not get that at all. The rant, the fact that he took the podium just to say that, I was scratching my head like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's just the correct answer would be control what you control. We should have been one more games, put ourselves
Yeah,
in the.
so exactly, yeah,
That's what Bill Belichick would have said.
exactly, yeah. That's
Bill should have
weak.
gave him a call after, like, Joe, don't do that, bro.
That was weak to me. And then like the last, what he say his last line, he had me cracking up because I wish Dougie. That's why I love Doug because I wish Doug just had so much more like bravado to him, just a little more flair. Because at the end of that, what Joe does say, he was like, "Yeah, my team will never do that as long as I'm the coach here of the New York Football Giants." All right, and I'm like, man, you ain't got no ring, and you just got there. My guy got a ring. Dougie, talk your shit. I just want Dougie to pop his shit a little
Let him
more
hang,
sometimes.
man. Let him hang.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I be wanting Dougie to let him hang. You done won a Super Bowl ring. You could say you put 40 on arguably the greatest defensive minded coach, arguably one of the greatest coach ever with a backup. You're 11-4 with backups. Like you could talk your shit, Dougie. I know we had a bad year, but you can still talk your shit, man. Your resume is fine. It's a solid resume.
1,000%. But I got him on a hot seat just because they talked about it this year. He got to make the playoffs, and if they don't, it got to be like we finished 10-5, missed the wild card type shit. You know what I mean? But the NFC is weak. It needs to make it next year. That's all the coaches I got on the hot seat. I don't think it's anything I missed. Oh, I think one. Oh, my last coach. I don't know how I forgot. Zach Taylor on the Bengals. Year 3. You got to win more than at least win 6 games, my dude. So next year would be, I think,
I don't think he's on the hot seat, but he needs to go at least around 5. Because I don't believe he has to get to the playoffs in year 2 with Burrow, but he does need to make an improvement. Because you gotta think next year's still gonna be like half of a rookie, kind of like a rookie year for Burrow, because he didn't even get to finish this year. So I would say I would definitely say he needs to win. He needs to up the wins, but I don't think he has to get to the playoffs.
he has to show that with like they're going to be a better team next year. He has to show that look, I can win at least 8-9 games. That's what to me. That's where he has to win, or 7-9, and we only fall 7-9 because some weird injuries or something. That's the only way. So that's what I got, man. I think but I think next year we won't have as many coaches fire as this year, just because any year you have a heavy quarterback draft and stuff. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of GM changes too. When it's not GMs, there's a lot of changes. So,
How you feel about ESPN as?
For how they announce the coaches,
Yeah.
I mean, should we expect any different at this? Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. After seeing a bunch of analysts that left over the years from ESPN and some of the things they said, like how biased they can be up there, I'm not surprised at all.
And ironically, ESPN, they try to act all like progressive for the people and all that, and Fox Sports got more black people, and more black people that own shows, everything. So and then you wouldn't think that. So it's just all for fluff, everywhere. But I think that's embarrassing on ESPN's part. And there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me. First of all, Anthony Lynn made the playoffs his first year with the Chargers. I don't think he's a good coach. He should have been let go. But if anyone parted ways, it was him and the Chargers. Adam Gase didn't part ways with the Jets. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the what? Come on
Yeah,
now.
you seen that?
Yeah. Adam Gase
Yeah.
did not part ways. They know what happened? The season ended. He went straight to always packed up. They probably didn't have a conversation. He knew what was happening. Come on now.
Yeah, that was
So,
ridiculous.
right? I'll say, different coaches. I think if you made the playoffs once, to me, you have the right to say parted ways. In your tenure, if you made the playoffs or significant, run or whatever, I believe you should say parted ways. So Doug Monroe with the Jacksonville Jaguars, him and Jock Del Rio, only one taking the playoffs, part ways. Anthony Lynn, part ways. Adam Gase, fired, right? Who else got fired? What's his name? What's his name? I'm blanking out.
Moreau,
There's 4 coaches I got fired.
the guy from Jacksonville.
Okay, no, I thought it was one more. All right,
Patricia from Detroit.
I in the middle of the season though. But that's what we got, man. So the last no, we got 2 more talks before we head out. So if you're a head coach right now, top tier coach, and you can pick any of the vacancies right now, who you rocking with? What team you picking?
Yeah. So to me, I think it's a toss up between really Jacksonville and San Diego. I love Texas. Like I said,
LA.
excuse me, LA Chargers. Sorry. I love Bieniemy with D Watt as well. That's a possibility. But if we're just talking about the best, I think Chargers with Herbert, just because that young man's electric. Arm is amazing. Put up crazy numbers in his rookie year. So I would definitely say just him alone makes the Chargers number 1. But right behind them, I'm gonna rock with. I think the best place I'm gonna say is Jacksonville. For one, people not realizing they got a few picks in the draft, but they got 188 million salary cap money. So, and you gotta think about it's in Jacksonville with no state taxes. They can attract a lot of good talent with that money. So I think if you get the right coach in there, and they already got pieces on the defense, if you get the right coach in there, I definitely think this team can that could be a nice landing spot. If you get
That
the right coach in there, I think that'd be
yeah.
the right. Yeah, you could do some things if you hit with the draft picks, the draft capital, and if you make the right decisions with the money, all that money you got with no state taxes. I think you can make something happen with that roster. It's not like a New York roster where it's just talentless, like it's no talent. You feel me?
No, I agree. I mean, I don't agree with the pick. I think the best. I agree. There's something there in Jacksonville, but in football, I don't like what ifs, unknowns. I can or could. I want what I got right now, so I'm going with the Chargers because I think as a coach, I'm looking. They got full list of draft picks, top 10 draft pick. Excuse me. They got top 15 draft pick, and they're in LA, so I'll just say I can live in Cali. And then the second part is I want to know how many A-level players you have on your team, right? And so I know the Chargers have 3 A-level players: Herbert at quarterback, Derwin James, and Joey Bosa.
Can't even count Derwin James no more as A level. He gotta stay healthy.
You're right. You gotta stay healthy. But I know as a coach, okay, that's my one if. But
I
I
get
know
you
I
too.
have,
But I
I have
got
someone that can pass and someone that can get after the pass rush. That's a fact. And I know I have a safety that's healthy is good, and I can build around the rest. And I have 2 receivers, right? Um, so if I'm a coach, I know I can immediately come there and win, and they have some cap room. So I come in, add some pieces, draft, and I'm up and running. And so, and like I said, I'm in LA, and my mindset is, hey, I want to own that stadium. I want to own LA. So I think that would be as a coach now, and also as a coach, my pride. Jacksonville Jaguars, it's Jacksonville. It's Jacksonville.
hey
No,
man,
no.
warm weather, no state taxes. Hey.
Now, if I'm a first time
Sure.
NFL coach, I'm gonna have to go to Jacksonville so I get my bread up. If I've been a head coach before, my pocket's right. I'm going to LA.
Yeah, fast. No, at
So,
the end of the day, overall though, I do believe out of all the positions, I do believe the Chargers got the best landing spot just for a coach, a head coach, just because you'll have the best chance of winning with that young man, that quarterback, Justin Herbert. And I
you know,
love DY. It's him or DY. That's the toss up between them between
now
those two.
I'm surprised you didn't bring this up because if think about this right now, if you're in the AFC South and you have the best quarterback, and let's say Trevor Lawrence, you can step in and be the best quarterback outside Deshaun Watson, you know you're going to compete because Tannehill is not long term. I mean, not saying he's not going to be their quarterback next year, but you know what I mean. We know what he is, and then you have the Colts, who we don't know. They don't have a. Let's be honest, they don't have a quarterback right now.
Yeah.
So, and the opposite, you're going against the new level Patriots and the Chiefs. So, as a coach, you be like, do I really want to deal with a wild card every year? So, or you can like, hey, I could be better than Chiefs. So like that's to me that's the flip. You also, I think that would you say Coach Lee at the division too?
Yeah, possibly, but like I said, with Jacksonville, they don't
I
have
think it's going faster. Like the division to me is easier in Jacksonville overall in the AFC South.
you saying the AFC South is easier than the AFC
There's
West.
no one dominant team that has like a chokehold on it.
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly. Yeah. Like I don't want to see Pat twice a year. Like I said, you could go to battle though with a guy like that. A guy like a Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's still young, but I could definitely see him maturing into one of those guys, one of them slingers that could probably that could face off with Mahomes. I'm not saying he better, but like he could definitely duel it out with him just because he got the arm to do so. But yeah, you don't want to face them boys twice a year, man. Like I said, so I think Jacksonville's the spot because you got that number one pick, got draft capital, and you got all that money. So I'll rock out with Trevor Lawrence, man. And then I use all that money and put some pieces around that young man while he's on his rookie contract. That's what I'd be doing if I was a head coach trying to get one of these positions.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's a lot of positions out there, and I hope we see some of these, um, African American coaches get some of these jobs,
They
such as
got
the.
three so far confirmed. So I got a little list right here. So they got 3 black coaches confirmed for interviews for the Atlanta Falcons: Eric Bieniemy, Raheem Morris, and Robert Saleh. I always feel like I said his name wrong. Robert
Robert
Saleh,
Saleh.
Saleh,
Robert Saleh.
Saul, Saul,
Saleh. It's solid. I think it's like to say it like ASALA. That's how you say it.
Saleh.
Solid.
Robert Saleh. Okay.
He mixed, right? Half black, half white.
Yeah, shit. I don't know what he is. Shit, I don't know what he is.
Really? Or is he Italian? They
He
put
look
him.
like
He's a minority, though,
he's
right?
for sure a minority. Yeah, for sure. And then let me see. Oh wow, Lions are giving Daryl Bevel a chance. Hell no. Let me see.
Oh, hey, bro, he's not. He's Lebanese. He's Middle Eastern. That's
Yeah, that's what I
crazy.
was gonna say. Solid. Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like something Middle East.
Yeah, he's Muslim.
Texans, Lions, nobody. They said there ain't no confirmed interviews for the Jacksonville spot. Man.
They stop on. Cause to me, I think Atlanta's not
Urban
bad.
though, Urban Meyer want that money though. Urban Meyer said he want that. Urban Meyer said he want that chicken to be the coach. I ain't mad at him. No, I'll pay Urban. I'll
Hey,
pay Urban.
Jacksonville can do it. They owner got that guap.
Yeah, he got that money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll end off real
Isn't
quick.
he Zay? Isn't he a tech mogul or no? Am I tripping? He does something else.
I think he made his money in the UK first, and then came out here by a team. I could be. His son run the team now. What's it, Khan? Right? Yeah.
Khan, yeah.
Let's see real quick.
Thought he was a tech guy. Maybe I got it wrong.
He could be because he's the newest owner. Well, the Panthers' the newest owner. No, yep, he owns a automobile parts manufacturer,
Okay.
which is let me see. His net worth is $9 billion. You know, he got a little change. You know,
Is that crazy? He got more than a little change. Boy, pockets long.
yeah, I think he after what's his name, the owner of the Seahawks died, he became the richest owner. $9 billion, you do what you want. What you want, Urban? You want a jet with that?
Man. What you giving?
um,
You cut, so you cutting that check from Urban if you
I ain't
Jacksonville.
never seen. I ain't
If you
no.
can't get like none of the top coaches, as far as like a Bieniemy, a Robert Saleh, any of those type of guys, you can't land none of them. And Jacksonville and Urban Meyer come calling, would you pay him?
It would be so hard for me to get that amount of money to a coach I don't know can coach in the NFL.
That's true.
And then, you know what? I'm gonna say, fuck it. What else you gonna do? You're right. What else you gonna do? You gonna just get some mediocre guy? You gotta take risk in life to win big.
Got to.
So yeah, I'll get Urban like, hey, he's beat so many of these good coaches that we know are in the league and stuff like that. Worst case scenario, he doesn't know how to connect with the guys or something. I don't know. I can't see that happening. But yeah, I would do it. I just wouldn't like to, but I'll do it. I would like him for that 6 to 8 mil. I like him for that. I'll go up to 9 for Urban. Well, more than 9, Urban, you got it. I got nah. And he doesn't run a pro style offense too. That's the thing too. Like, not saying he can't adapt, but your offense is that pistol, bro.
We're crazy.
He got famous for that pistol in Florida,
Yeah.
and he's progressed it over time.
Look at
So
Utah.
yeah, Utah was that fast spread, and he put the pistol in with the spread. So I mean, he did change his offense when he got to Florida. So he showed that he's versatile and can always change the offense, and he's won in every program. So
It might be one of those guys that's just like a turnaround guy, like can only be at places for a couple of years and got to go somewhere else because his
we could
message
have
is
stayed at Ohio
low.
State. He's just getting having them the women beaters on his staff.
Had to, yeah.
They had kind of like the Pete Carroll situation. He had to go to SC. He would have left if it wasn't for the Reggie Bush stuff.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So um, we'll end off real quick. Dream scenario, week 1 for the 49ers and Raiders. What the team looking like?
Um,
You start with whatever team you want.
yeah, for the Raiders, I'll say got my boy Wade Bum Phillips back there. Got Wade Bum Phillips calling the defense. That would be ideal for me. Even though I did see what you sent me, I still like Wade. I still like Wade, Zay. Go get
Okay.
you guys. I definitely think you guys need to go get you some type of difference maker on defense. Really, another like a real pass rusher. I love to see that. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna like I'm gonna agree that Gruden and Carr needs another year. So I'm gonna say bring Carr back and run it back. Run it back again. Let's see a thought. And like I said, I also would like to see you guys bring in a fresh offensive mind to collaborate with John. But other than that, yeah, I definitely would like to just see a few pieces added. And I think you guys aren't off. You're not far. You're not far at all from being able to play in playoff contention. You just gotta make a few pieces. Few pieces happen.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like your assessment. Definitely, I'm just gonna say a top flight DC, whoever that is, someone that definitely come in, change the defense around. And whether it be a free agency or trade, find a player that you have to account for on the D line. You have some D tackle pass rusher at the end, so you account for on the D line. Draft one of the top safeties, Javon Holland, something to draft. I think address that secondary. And then lastly, definitely a new OC, some type of freshman. It could be a QB coach, something on the offense, fresh, bring something new in. And I would love to see Edwards and Ruggs as the vocal points next year. And honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope the Raiders let Nelson Aguilar go just because I believe he's a B-level receiver that we don't need to keep and we can develop what we have. So, and, go get paid, young man.
Okay. And yeah, for the Niners, for me, I think they just need to go get a quarterback, man. That's it. It's simple. Get a quarterback and get somebody that can cover.
Dream scenario, week 1. Who's that quarterback? Dream scenario, week 1.
Yeah, my dream scenario for me would be I'll say Matt Ryan for them, actually. I like Matt Ryan more so than Matthew Stafford. I know you said Matthew Stafford earlier. I like Matt Ryan with them, actually.
So I'm going to say it's crazy. The dream scenario for me is real simple for the Niners. I like Matthew Stafford. So Matthew Stafford, a healthy team, and this is, I think, addition by non-subtraction. Making sure you don't lose Robert Saleh and your top personnel guy and Adam Peters.
Facts. That's facts.
So, because I think we talked about this. They would go into a draft and it would strictly be John Lynch and Kyle. And I think Adam Peters everyone knows he's one of the best personnel people. He's been there through the Harbaugh days, and the Niners don't miss on a lot of players because of him. You know what I mean? So I think obviously losing their DC would be a huge impact. So I think for them obviously to keep him. So I think that would be a huge win for the Niners. Like I said, nothing wrong with Matt Ryan. I actually for the Niners, I like what you said with Matt Ryan because he doesn't get hurt ever.
Yeah.
And
You know how I'm just getting the feeling this year that Saleh he probably have one more year in the waitings. Cause I think this year the big name for the minority guys I think that finally gets a job is Bieniemy. I think he lands one this cycle for sure. You know how it go for us brothers. They ain't gonna give. I just feel like they ain't gonna give too many of us a chance all at once. They like to give it to us bits and pieces.
No, I agree. He could get that line job though.
I think we talked about that earlier this year. He just feels like he's a Detroit guy that can bring that defensive energy and mindset, tough, gritty mindset up over there.
Okay, yeah.
Blue collar town too.
Yeah, that's where he's from. So
that's where he's from, Detroit.
Yeah, I'm from the Michigan area. I think around Detroit. His parents live in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah. So he be going back home, hometown coach. So I think he's a perfect culture builder for after the last coach they had. So, but man, that's all we got. I'm sorry for these bets. We'll be watching this weekend, playoff time, and going to the offseason.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody have a great one. Thank you, man.
Let's get it.
Still went for it. It's time to change it.